Hello everyone, my name is Amarion and welcome back to reacting to the elite cameraman. So I missed some stuff. I was recording some other stuff. I had planned a lot and then I forgot. Sorry. So these are everything that has to do with with the leaks of episode 63, I believe. Why is my phone turning black? Anyway.
Hello everyone, Elite Cameraman here. Today we'll go over when episode 62, the finale of season 20, might be released, and also talk about potential leaks that we might get later today. It's been 4 days since episode 61 was uploaded, and we've yet to get any news on the next episode, even though it's been more than 4 days now. Wait for episode 62 might become the longest wait for an episode so far, if it goes on like this. From what I can understand, because of the lack of leaks and updates on the new episode, we might have to wait 1 or 2 more days. There is also a possibility that it'll be in 3 days. Hopefully we'll get it much sooner than that, but for the last couple episodes, the episodes came out a couple of hours after the leaks, and we get an update on when it's going to be uploaded 10 minutes before the upload. Usually, Dafuk takes a break after a full season is finished, and the season 20 was going to end with episode 62, so this could mean that we may have to wait even longer for episode 63. Either way, I'm going to be talking about what could happen in episode 62 and the coming episode, and how we might start seeing the female characters more and more after the reveal of Speaker Woman. Anyways, before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe and like if you don't want to miss the upcoming analysis videos. I already mentioned that a full story arc is over and will now be starting from a new slate with new dangers and new adventures, basically. The Alliance in the first 19 seasons seemed like they weren't really close, but now it seems like they are tougher together and have an unbreakable bond. On the other hand, we have Skibidi toilets with their internal conflicts because of the Astro toilets going around and trying to take down G-Man toilet. We have many mysteries that needs to be solved and many characters that are being awaited to come back. I'll mention all the theories about when Plunger Cameraman might come back. What happened to the Simp Cameraman? Why is Titan TV Man yet to be seen even after 15 episodes?
I really hope Sim Cameraman doesn't come back with a villain arc. It's gonna be so sad.
How will G-Man and Scientist Toilet strike back? Who is the strongest female Alliance member? If you don't want to miss any of these, make sure to watch until the end. Let's start with who the strongest female Alliance member could be, and continue on with what I think could happen in episode 62 afterwards. It is widely known that the hottest, forget what I said. I mean the strongest female character in the Skibidi Toilet universe so far is TV Woman.
Yeah.
At least so far, we already know that Camera Woman's powers are nowhere near TV Woman. This could change later on with upgrades, but with base stats and abilities, they have TV Woman would win in a second. But when it comes to Speaker Woman, it's a different story because we haven't even seen her abilities if she has some. What she showed in episode 61 was pure talent and battle IQ and nothing else. Her movements and tactics are far better than everyone else we've seen in the series. Her battle IQ is most likely higher than Plunger Cameraman as well, and it seems like she has been training because to make those moves while wearing high heels and being careless is no easy move. She didn't even utilize her jetpack in order to fight the Penguin's Skibidi toilet. She used her speakers to propel herself onto him. These slick moves makes her ice cold. I really do think she might be the only that could go against TV Woman if they decide to betray the Alliance one day. With her skill set and unknown abilities, she might be almost on par with TV Woman. One advantage she has over TV Woman is that TV Woman won't be able to mind control Speaker Woman with her TV beam since Speaker Woman doesn't have eyes or a camera.
Yeah,
I would love to see them fight,
That's
but
true.
I really don't think we'll be getting a fight like that soon. And on the other hand, usually after female characters are revealed, we don't see them for quite a while. It might become the same case for Speaker Woman as well, and we might see her after 5 to 10 episodes if Dafuk goes on as usual. But I feel like the next time they are shown, it might be them teaming up just like how Titan Speakerman and Titan Cameraman teamed up in the last couple episodes. I really do believe that huge episodes are on the way. Especially episode 70 and 71 will most likely be the biggest episodes so far. My expectations for the next episode are high also, since it's the end of season 20. Usually season endings are good for reveals or conclusions to certain stuff, and we already have gotten a big reveal last episode, which might mean that we'll get a conclusion on one of the mysteries. Even if we don't, I do have a guess on what the episode is going to be about. I think after episode 60, we know that the Alliance will start on pursuing G-Man's Skibidi toilet with the help of POV cameramans and the large TV man revealing the locations. I think it might be a similar episode as episode 55, where they get ambushed while going to the Skibidi toilet base. Or we'll get to see the side of the Skibidi toilets again to continue the story even further. I also do think that we'll get to see the secret agent again in this episode because he usually does appear in episodes like this. That's if my guess is true about what's going to happen in the episode. There is also...
Make sure stay hydrated and drink water or have some snacks while you're watching these.
The chance that Cinema Man will come back with new upgrades, but that's very unlikely if you ask me. I think his return will be between episodes 67 to 72. I'm almost 100% sure of this because of the structure of the series have been going on and how long it takes for characters to come back. The main question comes in when we talk about Plunger Cameraman, because for him, I really don't see a timeline where it takes 20 plus episodes for him to come back. Even though he only has been injured for a couple of episodes so far, I believe that he'll come back before episode 70 with a whole new look and big upgrades. I already talked about this in my previous videos, but I think he'll be getting new mechanic legs, which are very fast and durable, alongside with new clothing and new weapons,
which hopefully
are not just normal Plunger, because we saw how useless they were in episode 57 against Titan Speakerman. I think he'll get to a point where he can fight the Titans alone with the help of mech scientist Cameraman. With Plunger Cameraman being injured, we also have seen the Simp Cameraman being injured and left on the battlefield as well. There is no way that was the end for him. His will to rizz up TV Woman will make him surpass any character in the series. I think he'll be going on a slight villain-esque arc in the upcoming episodes, and even though he won't be a bad character, he'll become very ruthless and start improving faster than almost everyone. He'll most likely stop caring about his ethics and how he does stuff because being left behind by the woman he loves and adores probably hit him very hard. He is most likely left emotionless at this point, and I really do feel bad for him.
Here's a wise quote from an unknown person. It's strange how our hearts burn continuously until it just suddenly becomes ice cold.
Stay strong, brother. We also have the case of G-Man Toilet and Scientist Toilet teaming up after Scientist Toilet's upgrades in episode 60. Dafuk will 100% continue this arc because have you seen the views this episode has gotten? It surpassed almost everything and is still going strong. It literally lit a new flame for the series. I don't see a world where they lose to Astro Toilets, but the Astro Toilets will surely be an annoyance for a while. They'll most likely show up from time to time and we'll most likely start seeing people third-partying battles to take advantage, and it'll start becoming a free-for-all brawl instead of a duel between two races. If you have any other opinions about this topic, make sure to comment it down below. This is off topic, but I honestly would love to see elite characters being added to the series and make theories about my own characters, Elmao. Anyways, make sure to like the video
that would be
and subscribe if you like Simp.
That would be cool.
Hello, everyone. Elite Cameraman here. It looks like we just got the first leaks from the upcoming episode 62, and they both have some great details, even though they seem very small. They were posted on Dafuk Boom's Instagram a while ago, as I mentioned in my previous video where I talked about what could happen on the upcoming episode, and the timing of the leak were right. Even though we still don't have exact confirmation on when the episode is going to be released, is what I was going to say, but while writing this, it was just confirmed that the new episode will be out in max 1 hour. And you should like and subscribe if you don't want to miss the analysis.
Yeah, like and subscribe, link in the description.
In a couple of hours. It's been more than 5 days since we got an episode, and this is the first time this is happening since the series started becoming serious. But you guys gotta know that Dafuk needs breaks and rests as well sometimes. Hopefully we get a very good episode. Now let's get to the leaks and what we could be getting in the next episode. After the Instagram posts a few hours ago, higher quality versions of the leaks were posted to Dafuk Boom's Discord by Brian and Arming, owners of the server, and the first leak contains 2 cameramen laying dead on the ground in a part of the city that looks ruined. I tried going around the Gary's Mod Workshop since most maps are public there, but I couldn't manage to find the map. If you know which map this is, to make sure to let me know in the comments. You could be asking why we got such a small leak after all those days, but when we get leaks like these, it usually turns out to be a very big episode. For example, the leak from the last episode, we only saw a Skibidi car, but it turned out to be an episode with moist, critical, and reveal of Speaker Woman. Before episode 57, we got this leak of 3 cameramen, but the episode was the epic fight between the 2 titans. So us getting a more casual leak doesn't mean that anything big won't happen in this episode, and actually something very big could happen. Another reason for this is that this episode is going to be the season ending of season 20. My guess as to what this leak means is that we are most likely in one of the cities which Skibidi toilets have already conquered, just like Dubai, and these cameramen either died a long time ago or they were just...
Yeah, look at the severe smoke and damage back there. Dang.
...killed. We'll get deeper into this when I'm talking about the second leak, so make sure to watch until the end. In this episode, we could see the Titans marching to where G-Man Skibidi toilet is, because as you remember in episode 60, they learned his location, and they are most likely planning to attack. We also can't see the head of the cameraman on the left, at least I can't. This could mean that a Skibidi toilet like the glitch Skibidi toilet in episode 54 could have killed him blasting his face off with speed, or a Skibidi toilet with a weapon like a buzzsaw could have cut off the head. We can't really be sure until we watch the episode, but I'm sensing a big episode coming because the surroundings kind of give the same vibes as episode 60. I'm assuming that the Alliance has left London after episode 60 because this place doesn't look like London at all, but I could be totally wrong. One thing we might see in this episode is the secret...
Hold on, sorry. I've seen a lot of the Skibidi multiverse. Do you know how cool it will be when suddenly there's like one more race or something? Now, I also did watch film theories, theory video about this. I forgot to include it, but then it's so long ago, I'm pretty sure you know. Yeah, so it's talking about like the industry, TV Man is basically the internet or the place where you are able to see the videos. The cameraman is the recorder, stuff like that. Audio is speakerman. So, ooh, what the thing. Okay, continue.
Even though he showed up last episode hiding in the background, I feel like he is going to show up again in this episode. If this episode turns out to be one of the chill episodes like episode 54, I will look very silly, but I really don't think that's going to happen because the last episode, even though it revealed Speaker Woman, we didn't really get any lore. Not anything close to episode 60, and it felt like a breather between serious episodes because of the way Speaker Woman acts. Now let's get on with the second leak and talk about it in detail because this one contains more details. In this new leak that was just released, we can clearly see 2 engineer cameramen saving a cameraman who was damaged. It is clearly in the same place as the other leak, but this surely is not one of the 2 cameramen who were lying dead on the ground in the first leak, even though it only seems like some engineer cameraman saving a cameraman in the first place. If you look closely, there is something different about the weapons or fixing devices these engineer cameramen have. It's been a while since we last saw engineer cameramen in the series, but if we go back to episode 54 at the end, we saw some engineer cameramen running to the battlefield, but their tools didn't look anything like the tools these guys have. Both these engineer cameramen seem to have different tools, even though their clothes and everything seems the same other than the tools. Are we getting a new duo? I may be stretching the leak too much, but these 2 pals could be twins that go around together because normally only one engineer cameraman helps one cameraman, but in this situation it seems like they both helped at the same time, and they are giving the same pose at the same time. Even the cameraman who was on the ground seems surprised by this. Anyways, the cameraman on the left has a tool with similar blue glow as the stun guns the cameraman uses, and it's also shaped similar with a long rectangular shape. Is this supposed to be a stun gun or something similar? Or maybe it's just a healing device, but it's surely different compared to other weapons.
Wait, hold on. What are the entities' power source? Like what is the power source for this? How are they alive?
Contrary to this, if we zoom in enough, we can see that the engineer on the right has a red glow on this part of the tool, and the blue glows are nowhere to be seen. But I guess we cannot know what they are until the episode is released. Now let's get to the cameraman on the right side. It seems like they just defeated some Skibidi toilets and he is sitting on one. The reason why I say it happened just now because this surely is a new fleet that just came in because the cameramen that were dead on the first leak and the cameraman that was healed in the middle didn't have stun guns. And as we know, all the new cameramen soldiers do have a stun gun. And also this Skibidi toilet is gray instead of white, which means it's one of the new ones as well. We can see that this cameraman on the right side is chilling without a care, and he has something in his hands. At first I thought this could be something important, but upon clearly analyzing, I'm sure that it's just a drink, and it even has a straw on it. Is he drinking it, or is it some empty cup? It does seem like one of those McDonald's-sized cups, though. If he is drinking it, how is he drinking something without a mouth is the real question. I'm not going to lie. After this leak, I feel like we might be getting a goofy episode. It seems like this episode is going to be great. Hopefully episode 62 passes all our expectations and we get a huge episode. If you don't want to miss any of the leaks, make sure to join my Discord server with the link down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for...
Yep, like and subscribe. Link in description for his channel. Go check it out. Go check him out. And check my videos out as well.
Hello everyone, Elite Cameraman here. After all the leaks and the long wait of almost 6 days, episode 62 is finally here. And it's quite the big episode.
Okay.
Even though this episode isn't as big as episodes like 57 or 60,
wait, what's going on?
It's the start of a new era for the Skibidi toilets.
What you do that for?
I'll talk about
I don't know.
all the small details and theories while analyzing this amazing episode.
Uh-oh.
We'll go over everything about the new army the scientist Skibidi Toilet and G-Man Skibidi Toilet has gathered, and what the Alliance can do after this point, because in this episode they were caught really off guard.
Uh-oh.
Also, did you catch where the secret agent was?
No.
If you don't want to miss any of the secrets and Easter eggs that were in episode 62, make sure to watch until the end of the video, because there were some huge stuff in this episode. You can like and subscribe if you are enjoying the analysis videos.
Yes,
we are really close to 300,000 subscribers thanks to all of your support. And I believe we can even hit 1 million subscribers if the community keeps on growing like this.
Yep, go check out his
Anyways,
channel.
let's not waste any more time and start analyzing episode 62. The episode starts off with the leak we got on Dafook's Discord. We see two engineer cameramen fixing up and trying to revive a dead or hurt cameraman on the ground. I thought that the tools they had seemed different in the video I made about the leaks, but it seems like they are just the simple engineer tools. But they just got upgraded because I really do not remember these tools on their hands having blue and red glows, unless they always had it and we just didn't see it. After the engineer cameramen fix the normal cameraman by putting their tools in a sussy part of the body with a weird motion, the cameraman wakes up shocked, most likely because of his revival. Sadly, the efforts of these engineer cameramen will be for nothing later in the episode, but I'll get to that later in the video. Engineer cameramen seem to act so similarly to the point that they do the same emotes at the exact same time. And if I'm honest, it's a little creepy. Just watch them. The way they move is so monotone and robotic and synced, it creeps you out.
They are
just
robots.
Stare emotionless.
Right?
Even though the cameraman in the middle is healed by these two,
I don't know.
He probably is weirded out by the stares as well. And it seems like he has been knocked out for a while, or was dispatched here a long time ago, because he does not have a stun gun. We all know at this point that almost all the new cameraman dispatches carry a stun gun, and when we usually see someone without one, it's a cameraman that's been dispatched before episode 50. This place looks like it's been under the control of Skibidi toilets for a while now, because of all of the destruction everywhere. And this is not a mistake. It's been deliberately made by Dafook this way, because I found the map on the Steam Workshop by checking the maps, and this map is called the Desert Conflict. If we open the map in Gary's mod and fly around the same place where the episode was recorded in, we can clearly see that there is no destruction at all, and it's all perfectly fine. This shows that this place was made to look like it's been trashed by the Skibidi toilets, and also shows how much effort Dafook Boom puts into these videos, thinking about every single detail there is. No one should ever underestimate the effort he puts into these videos.
Boom.
Anyways, there is also a cameraman in the building patrolling the place, probably looking for other Skibidi toilets, because a few moments later in the video, we'll see a Skibidi toilet that will come out from the building. But before that, do you see the cameraman drinking his soda chilling on top of a Skibidi toilet on the right?
Right there.
Bro thinks this is some vacation, but this much comfort will lead to their demise. They just don't know it yet. Right when the cameraman on the back is patrolling, we hear a weird sound. See a weird yellow particle, most likely almost killing the cameraman that's patrolling the place, and the camera zooms to the upper floor while we hear the Skibidi sounds from a Skibidi toilet. But we first see a large cameraman walking up to the window who decides to throw the Skibidi toilet away, to another large cameraman leading them to play ball with the Skibidi toilet, which is so goofy. The large cameraman also throws the Skibidi toilet to a large speaker man, but he doesn't continue playing and he uses his speakers as a cannon and shoots the Skibidi toilet to the wall. This leads to a weird interaction between the large cameraman and the speaker man, because the large cameraman moves his arms in a way that says, "Why did you do that for bro?" And the way large speaker man moves his arms says, "I don't know, just because." This interaction was so funny if you ask me, but this frame where the large speaker man does his pose has so much going on. We can see the cameraman drinking the soda looking at the large speaker man in a cool way. But what the hell is he drinking? Can cameras even drink? Maybe I should make an analysis on whether they can drink, oh Mao. We also see cameraman on upper floors and on the street checking out for threats, but everyone else is too relaxed. We see a cameraman and a speaker man talking next to the palm tree, and they seem to have no care as well, but this is perfectly normal. Think about it, ever since episode 50, they've been on a win streak against the Skibidi toilets, and after they cured the infected Titan speaker man. Everything just became so good for them, but this will be a big lesson for the Alliance, for them to never let down their guard ever again, because of what's about to happen. This episode is probably the start of a winning streak for the Skibidi toilets, and them pushing hard on the Alliance with the comeback of scientist Skibidi toilet. Now that both the Titans have opponents, it seems like the sides are more balanced. Seconds later, we see and hear a huge explosion with the same teleportation black smoke as TV Man, and a cameraman starts running away from a fleet of Skibidi toilets. Right after this, the camera pans to the sky, and we see 3 helicopter Skibidi toilets with rockets flying towards the Alliance members. But this is just the beginning, because right at this moment, a big black smoke starts appearing slowly with loud sounds. We see a claw hit the ground, and it's none other than the scientist Skibidi toilet who came back in episode 60. It seems like he and G-Man are going to take the matters into their own hands after this point, but I'll get to that later in the video. As soon as the scientist Skibidi toilet comes onto the screen, he starts saying something, but it's not clear what it is. I tried reversing the clip and listening to what it says, but because of all the other sound effects, it's very hard to hear what he is saying. Listen to it yourself. First, the normal version after, reversed.
Oh, damn.
The audio and cleaned it up to see if I can hear anything different. And when I did do this and reverse the audio, it sounded like a weird, evil laugh, but I'm still not sure.
That was so loud.
If you have any opinions on what he says, let me know in the comments. Anyways, right after this moment, he uses the speakers he stole from Cinema Man to hurt the cameraman and speaker man in the vicinity, and we see the strangest part of this episode. The POV cameraman is clearly being hurt and damaged by the sound waves, as we can see from the glitched screen. But he turns his back after falling down, and he sees headphones just there next to him, on the ground. First of all, this is not a place where some random headphones would appear, and I think we can all agree on this.
There were feet.
We also see someone mysterious behind the headphones who is still standing. Do you think there is even one person who can stand while the sound waves are going on with that regular size? There is just one person who is capable of doing this, and we all know that it's the secret agent. I really do believe that those are the feet of the secret agent, and I think you'll think the same as well.
Yes.
But the real question is, why is he helping the cameraman? Is he really allied with the Alliance and always watching there to help? Or is he simply helping for the show to go on and for us viewers to see what's going on?
Yeah, definitely.
Right after the cameraman takes the headphones, we see other cameraman falling down and dying from the sound waves, which was the other frame that was leaked today, and the secret agent just disappears and we don't get to see him. But before we get to what happens after, I really want to know what the secret agent is capable of and what his motives are. Isn't it weird that he has been just standing back all this time, doing nothing but watching everything, and he just decided to step in randomly to just help one single cameraman who we don't know anything about and which is going to be killed at the end of the episode? Is he just going around and doing some random stuff? Or does he really have real motives is the real question. If you ask me, the reason why he helped a cameraman that was supposed to die and who regardless dies is for the footage. There are two aspects to this. First one is the fact that the Titans could be watching what's going on just like at the end of episode 60, and the secret agent is actually allied with the Alliance and is helping them from behind the scenes without meddling in too much. This is very likely, but it still doesn't make sense to me because if he is going to help, why not actually help? He also doesn't get seen again and is basically hidden from the view of cameraman because of the sound waves. The other option is that he knows the existence of our universe and is doing it for the viewers to see what is going to happen and knows that
like I said, breaking the fourth wall.
Him saving the cameraman won't affect the timeline since he is going to die anyway. There are some serious stuff to talk about the secret agent, and I'll most likely make a new video about him soon. And this is not all. As you know, we still have a lot more to talk about in this episode because of the return of the mutant Skibidi Toilet and his new friend and G-Man Skibidi Toilet, so let's continue. Right after the POV cameraman looks up to the sky, we see the G-Man Skibidi Toilet destroying the city with his lasers, and he is wearing the headphones again, most likely to protect himself against scientist Skibidi Toilet's speaker. But if you zoom in when we see him, it seems like there is something wrong with his eyes. I have no idea if this is a rendering glitch or something else, but his eyes don't look normal like before. If this is not a glitch, he may be getting some new eyes, and maybe he is preparing to have a surgery to get eyes like the mechanical eye the scientist Skibidi Toilet has. After G-Man Skibidi Toilet disappears from the screen continuing his rampage, a new Skibidi Toilet plane with nukes shows up to destroy the city even more, with a Strider Skibidi Toilet showing up to kill us. And it seems like the Strider Toilet has headphones to protect himself as well. All the Skibidi Toilets in this episode came in very prepared, and it's clear that this attack was planned out. This shows us how much the Skibidi Toilets are improving when it comes to intelligence and how they act. They are not moving randomly anymore, and right after we see other Skibidi Toilets marching towards us, we turn our back and see the scientist Skibidi Toilet going to his right, while the camera planes are flying up to escape this place. But they don't stand a chance because they get shot and explode seconds later. This leads us to look down again and see the mutant Skibidi Toilet back in business. And before we continue on with the ending of the episode, look at the surroundings of this place. It started looking like New York from episode 51. Everything is burning and destroyed. After we see the mutant toilet, he is holding a cameraman, and he literally snaps the dead cameraman in half, walking towards us slowly, but this time we don't get killed by him. But instead we get to see a new mutant Skibidi Toilet who has the body of a large cameraman instead of a large speaker man with a buzzsaw on his right hand, smiling crazy just like the other mutant Skibidi Toilet right before he kills the POV cameraman. This episode was honestly crazy with all the lore and action that happened. If you enjoyed the analysis, make sure to like and subscribe. After the events of the last couple of episodes and the secret agent appearing more and more, including episode 62, where he decided to interfere in the Skibidi Toilet universe for the first time as far as we know, I decided that I'll be going over every time the secret agent aka Dafuk Boom appeared in the series, and will be explaining my theories about his character and involvement with the series. Ever since episode 45, everyone has been making theories about his existence, powers,
he might be a
and the reason for him to be there, since there are no humans left in the Skibidi Toilet universe. In this video, I'll analyze everything about his character and his appearances in the Skibidi Toilet universe. I'm saying Skibidi Toilet universe because Dafuk has other universes, as mentioned in the Multiverse of Beatbox video he posted 5 months ago. But I'm not going to be getting in detail when it comes to the multiverse topic just yet because we don't know enough to make good theories on it. So if you don't want to miss any of the secrets and Easter eggs, make sure to watch until the end of the video. Also make sure to like and subscribe if you want the analysis videos to continue. Anyways, here we go. The mystery of the secret agent character has been an ongoing topic for a long while now, and since we got the first interference from him, I thought this was the best time to make a video on it. Many people know that the first time we have seen is in episode 45, but is that really true? Strangely, one episode before this, in episode 44, there is a mysterious figure who is standing on the roof of the restaurant, not bothered by anything going on. The main issue is that his head looks like a TV head, but there is no way to know if he is the secret agent or a TV man. A few moments later, the second Titan TV man gets hit. We can see the silhouette again, not affected or even a little bothered by the explosion going on. As we know from episode 43, TV man try not to risk themselves at all. and they will escape the situation no matter what if they are in danger slightly. This is the main reason why this mysterious figure is weird. And just like how the secret agent leaves the scene usually right before something big happens in almost every episode that he is in, right before Cinema Man uses his powers, we can see the rooftop again, but the mysterious figure is nowhere to be seen. After this, in episode 45, we really get to see the secret agent, and he is just inside the house at the beginning of the video, but the moment the POV cameraman gets up, the secret agent turns his head to the camera looking straight at us. Does he know that we are watching? Is he aware of the multiverse? Or is he simply watching over the war? I'll get to all these questions later in the video. 10 seconds into episode 45, we see the same window again, but the secret agent is nowhere to be seen anymore. At first, this was thought to be just a small Easter egg and a cameo, because Dafouk loves putting small details in the videos just for the sake of it, but it turned out to be so much bigger than that later on. We also get a really small glimpse of him in episode 46, and even though it's very hard to see, he is seen behind a tree for a short period of time. And with this episode, it's confirmed that he can teleport from place to place, because in episode 45, he was in the same place as Cinema Man, but he suddenly disappeared. Cinema Man also teleported at the end of the episode into the place in episode 46, and if he needed to teleport to get there, Secret Agent totally teleported as well. This is honestly very weird because ever since then we haven't seen any other powers of the Secret Agent even till now. In episode 47 we get the best shot we have ever seen of the Secret Agent. Right after the fight of Cinema Man against G-Man's Skibidi Toilet and infected Titan Speakerman, G-Man decides to kill the POV cameraman. But because of all the damage he received in the battle, the POV cameraman takes a while before he dies, and we get to witness the Secret Agent for the first time. This part is very important for us because the theory I have might explain why the Secret Agent interfered in episode 62 and why he keeps on watching different scenes all the time. Even though he doesn't appear in every video, there is no guarantee that he isn't there in the scene, and we just can't see him because what he does at the end of episode 47 surprised me when I first saw it. He wasn't there to save the cameraman or interfere in the fight. He was simply there to collect the camera. At least that's the motion that he did at the end. Why could that be? Is he collecting all the footage for himself? If so, why would he do something like that? These are the questions I'll be answering while going through the rest of his appearances, so make sure to watch until the end if you don't want to miss anything. Before I get into it, let me know your thoughts on why you think the Secret Agent might be collecting cameraman heads and watching over everything going on.
I don't think he
After
is.
episodes 47 and 48,
I know, maybe he collecting the head so he can get the memory chips to... Is that what it's called? Memory chips? I think my brain shut down, sorry.
realized there is a pattern on when and where the Secret Agent appears.
Always major
This is
characters.
still unknown if it's true or not, but it's the case almost 99% of the time. If you look closely at episode 45 on his first appearance, the Secret Agent was watching the plunger cameraman, and in episode 48, it's clear that he is watching him again. And the more the series went on, this pattern remained to be
I think it's more like every major characters when there is and isn't.
true. The same goes for the Titans. Whenever the Secret Agent appears, either the Titans or a big character is there like the plunger cameraman. He usually never watches over useless things. Out of all the times we could have seen him collect a camera, we saw him collect the one which captured the fight between Cinema Man and G-Man, also including infected Titan Speakerman. In episode 48, it was actually very hard to catch the Secret Agent because he was carefully placed, and we can only see him for a couple of frames where the scientist cameraman shoots his laser gun. With the bright beam that the gun produces, we were able to get a glimpse of the Secret Agent, and the direction he is looking is letting him both see the scientist cameraman, who turned out to be the mech scientist cameraman in episode 54, and the plunger cameraman, who is behind scientist cameraman killing other Skibidi Toilets. After this, we didn't see him for quite a while, and this is most likely because of all the stuff the cameraman went through in the next couple of episodes, including a raid at their base in episode 50. In episode 52, the Secret Agent returned, and without a surprise, it was an episode that included plunger cameraman and the reveal of camera woman for the first time. But there was one thing different about this appearance. even though he is just standing there next to
He
the
looks
sign.
like Slender Man for
A
some
moment
reason.
later, the camera pans upwards and we see a text that says, "Your real enemy is coming." Till this day, we don't know what exactly this meant, but when this episode came out, I decided to go and check this sign out in the New York map from the Gmod workshop. As always, this was a clever message put in by Dafook himself, because as you can see, the sign normally didn't have the same writing on it, and instead it was just something about a news company. Something similar happened in episode 57 as well, but I'll get to that later. With the message in episode 52, it leads us to thinking that he might be the real enemy, but that remains to be seen, and he did the opposite of what an enemy would do in episode 62. After episode 52, we didn't see him until episode 55, and in episode 55, not much happened with the secret agent. He only appeared for a short period of time and was seen watching the plunger cameraman. Maybe the "Your real enemy is coming" sign was referring to the infected Titan speaker man coming back with upgrades in episode 56 and killing plunger cameraman because the secret agent was watching over them. One thing that is interesting is the text on walls changing whenever he is around, and I really do think that he might be the one changing the texts, because it happens in
give us a
episode
sign.
55 as well. Right after we see the secret agent, we can see a text that says, "They come," on the billboard up there in the building. This is probably referring to all the Skibidi toilets that attacked this episode, but it might also be about
Like how you pray to God and then you're like, "Lord Jesus, please give me a sign on what you wish for me to do, what your will is," and then give either an obvious or subtle sign, like a severely situational sign.
the infected Titan speakerman who will make his return next episode. It's also weird because 50 seconds into the video, the same billboard no longer has any text written on it, which we'll see happen again in episode 57 as well. This, I think, further confirms that the secret agent has something to do with the texts written on billboards, and he might actually have the power to manipulate electricity or screens if these billboards are electrical. Otherwise, we might as well say that he can change reality, but that'll be too far if you ask me. But the question you might ask now is, why would he change the texts, especially when the cameraman and others are not paying attention to it? My main guess about this topic is the same reason for him collecting the cameras. I think he is collecting footage to store it, and he is not interfering to not affect the timeline, but if someone is going to die, he might save them to preserve a little more footage. I don't know what the analogy and thoughts behind this are right now, but Dafook usually doesn't do anything without a reason, and I'm sure that he has reasons for every single detail he puts in. He also appears in episode 56 for a very, very short part
His
inside
arm
the car,
twisted.
hiding and watching everyone.
Oh yeah,
there
he's
isn't
inside
much
of
else
the car.
to it in episode 56. What started happening after episode 57 gave us a glimpse of Secret Agent's powers a little more, because in episode 57 he appeared again, and this time he appeared in daylight without hiding. There was one thing different about him, though. It was that he had a green glow behind him this time, but we'll get to the green glow after I talk about his appearance in episode 58. Before that, let's talk about the billboard text anomaly that happened in this episode as well. If you pause the moment where the Titan cameraman is shielding infected Titan speakerman's rockets, you can clearly see that the billboard, which was blank before, says "Betrayal" now. I really don't know who this referred to or why it was said, since we still haven't seen any real betrayal yet. But it was...
Or maybe it was saying that our infected is now betraying, because it seems like betraying. Never mind.
There, and it disappeared after the secret agent left as well. With this, I think we can 100% say that he is the one manipulating the billboards for us, the viewers, because no one else can see them. We saw the secret agent again in episode 58, and he again had his impressive green glow behind him, and this episode, and the next one, which I'm going to talk about in a second, made me think that the green glow indicates that the cameraman maybe are not seeing him, and only us, the viewers, can see him.
Yeah,
unless he is openly allied with the Alliance, I think every single cameraman would have been weirded out by his presence, because there are literally no humans left, and certainly not someone powerful enough to withstand most of the stuff going on. In this episode, he is most likely there to watch how the Titan speakerman is acting after being cured. And after the Titans leave the scene, we can also see the secret agent slowly leave as well. But did you notice that the green glow went off slowly the more he moved off the camera? This is one of the reasons why I thought the green glow might be preventing cameraman to see him. But let's get to the next episode, because even though we see him in episode 59, he doesn't have his green glow this time, and coincidentally, he is hiding behind a car. After this moment, I am almost 99% convinced that the green glow only appears when he is not hiding. Not much happens in this episode about the secret agent since he leaves seconds after, and this was the episode where the speaker man came back at the end. After this, we got to see the secret agent again in episode 61, where the speaker woman was revealed.
Yeah, he
was
inside.
watching the scene behind the scenes without his green glow and left right before speaker woman came into the scene. Until now, we only saw him watch from far away and analyze the war. But in episode 62, something incredible happened. Right after the scientist Skibidi Toilet used his speakers he stole from Cinema Man, everyone suddenly started getting hurt. And as we know from many episodes before, whenever these speakers are used or any type of big speaker is used to kill, it really does kill everyone other than the strongest units, and there wasn't anyone special in the vicinity. So why is there someone standing and walking without a care when the POV cameraman turns his back? Why is it that there is a random headphone that'll protect the POV cameraman right next to him on the street? The only answer to this question is that this man who walked was the secret agent, and we all know that he is powerful enough to withstand any attack at this point because nothing has been able to even make him move until now. He most likely put these headphones for the POV cameraman, knowing that he'll die anyways. But if he died early, we wouldn't be able to see the G-Man toilet flying across the city, destroying everything. And most importantly, we wouldn't be able to see the comeback of the mutant toilet and his new friend. With all these appearances combined, I think he collected the POV cameraman's head after he died in this episode, and he will most likely start becoming a bigger part of the series from now on. I don't know how much he will interfere, but it seems like for now he doesn't want to change the timeline of things by interfering and just wants to absorb and collect data. If we get more info on the character in the coming episodes, I'll make sure to make an update video on the topic, so making about when episode 63 might be released and what might happen in the upcoming episode. They are going to do about the newly formed. Sure to like the video and subscribe to for us. It's been so long since we've seen Titan TV Man, and I was really hoping that we might see him soon, especially in this season, but I really don't see that possibility right now. Because think about it, right now, Titan Speaker Man and Titan Cameraman are the perfect match for G-Man Skibidi Toilet and upgraded scientist Skibidi Toilet. Dafuk clearly paved the road in a way for them to have a 2 versus 2 duel. But maybe Titan TV Man will come and save the day with his upgrades if the Titan duo loses the battle when the battle happens. My guess on how the timeline is going to be is this. In Season 21, which is the next 3 episodes, I don't think we'll get the big duel this season because it only has been 3 episodes since the Scientist and G-Man duo has been formed. And next season is probably going to be the Alliance chasing the Scientist and G-Man duo, and they'll probably find them at the end of the season or get a clue to where they are at in that moment. And in Season 22, which will start with episode 66 and continue until episode 69, we'll get our next big fight, which will be similar to episode 57. I will even go as far as to guess that some of the episodes might be longer than 1 minute.
I hope so.
We might get 2-parters, just...
Hold on. I really don't like the 2-parters. I want to just watch it in one sitting. It will be much nicer. But I do get what he's doing because it will be like building anticipation. You know, like part 1, and then you'll be like, what is it gonna happen like this in part 2? You know, building anticipation, stuff like that.
Like episode 57. These are not 100% confirmed, but I wouldn't be surprised even a single bit if it were to happen. And imagine if the Titan duo loses the battle, and at the last second, help arrives with Cinema Man coming back with his new upgrades, destroying the Scientist and G-Man duo. That'd be really sick. It'd even be more sick if Plunger Cameraman returned with him as well. But before I continue my theories about the next episode and seasons, let's talk about when episode 63 might get released. It already has been 3 days since episode 62 was uploaded, but we still haven't heard any news about the release date. The most likely reason for this is the fact that episode 62 was the ending of season 20, and Dafuk uploaded a season 20 compilation. My guess is to when we will start getting leaks is either tonight or tomorrow. An episode will come out probably the day of the leaks. Lately, instead of posting leaks one day before the release, Dafook has been posting the leaks the day of the upload, even minutes before the uploads. When do you think the next episode is going to come out? I post the leaks on my Discord server whenever they are published, so make sure to join the Discord right after watching the video until the end. Also lately, leaks usually don't really reveal anything, but I think the main reason for that is, whenever we get a huge leak, we know that it's going to be a huge episode, just like it happened on episode 60. The leak we got before episode 60 was a photo of G-Man's Skibidi toilet close-up, and the episode was insanely big when it comes to story building. Also, with episode 60, we were introduced to the new group called Astro Toilets, and as you might remember, they attacked G-Man's Skibidi toilet. Weirdly, we haven't seen them ever since, and there is a likely chance that we'll start seeing them more in the upcoming episodes. There is so much build-up going into the episodes, it's crazy. Imagine a huge battle in episode 69 with Astro Toilets, the G-Man and the scientist duo, Cinema Man coming back, and all the Titans attacking with Plunger Cameraman and the female Alliance members. It really would be the craziest fight ever in the series. We also now have Secret Agent interfering with the timeline and actually showing up almost in every scene. But these are all hypothetical guesses, so we are not sure if it's going to happen or not, but I'm sure that something big is coming soon. Until now, episodes 47 to 50 and episodes 57 to 60 have been crazy, and I'm guessing that it's going to be the same again with the 60s again. The next 3 episodes are most likely going to be the build-ups to the upcoming battle and reveals. When it comes to just episode 63, I think in the next episode we'll get something with Titan Cameraman and Titan Speaker Man. Either them cleaning up another Skibidi toilet base, or them trying to find the scientist Skibidi toilet. This could lead them to going to the town that was destroyed in episode 62 and see the catastrophic scene the Skibidi toilets made. This could really get them to a new mindset, and it might even push them to getting upgraded and being more careful from now on, because in episode 62, we saw the cameraman literally chilling and doing nothing. They really were off guard when the Skibidi toilets came, and if they were more careful, I don't think they all would have died, and there at least would have been some survivors. The thing about this series is that usually one side starts winning for a while, and tides change after a while, and the other side keeps winning for a while, and it continues on like that. If the Astro Toilets are used properly, I think this repetitive cycle can be broken and introduce more plot twists like what happened in episode 60. Right now, it seems like Skibidi Toilets are going to be winning battles for a while if the normal formula is used, because ever since episode 50, after the comeback of Titan Cameraman, the Alliance has been going super hard on the Skibidi Toilets, and they barely lost any battles. All these events opened the eyes of G-Man's Skibidi Toilet, and just like how Titan Cameraman's comeback put them on a lead, comeback of Scientist Skibidi Toilet will put the Skibidi Toilets on lead until the Alliance catches up with them. I'll be waiting for bigger and better episodes the next couple seasons with more plot twists. What about you? What do you want to see in the coming episodes? If you enjoyed the video and don't want to miss anything about Skibidi Toilet, make sure to subscribe and like. I also make videos on leaks whenever they are out, so if you want to be notified about them, turn your notifications on.